place. So you're basically between two rocks, or two hard places. A win is needed. This might be your last game in this qualifier.
It is a decent draft to get the win, right? Like we've seen a lot of Linas, and it's Moon Lina. It's pretty solid, and we've seen a lot of Linas 3 games. If you crush TA, this Alchemist might have a bad time finding his position on the map. So I can see it happening, but they need to play more on point than what they have shown today.
You have this fantastic performance from WS in game number 1 with that Magnus, now playing the Centaur, so another strong offlane hero for him to perform on. And of course the Alchemist timings, you've got the TA timings. Good scaling supports as well. Like, Talon has everything that they need throughout every stage of this game. That's always a draft you like to play, because it gives you more confidence in, we're not entering a 10-minute period of us just farming and dodging the opponent because we don't want to fight, we don't want to do anything. But this draft allows you the option to do so if they feel like, hey, maybe we should smoke and do something. They can. Much more calmer start this time for the game start.
What do you think? Why did they chill out? You have Tiny, don't you just go toss someone, cook something up, or is it because he doesn't want to have toss, he wants the tree grab?
Maybe they don't believe in the damage that they have. I feel like their damage.
Fair.
I think their damage is a bit slow, like, in a way. FBZ is probably the one with the biggest burst potential.
Yep,
and maybe
early
on
on.
The toss and a couple of right clicks, it could work with the Lifestealer and the Lina. But Talon's level 1 is just a lot better already because of the Techie Centaur.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there.
So maybe Talon would have wanted to smoke, but I don't think Among Us necessarily would have wanted to. I'm just throwing ideas.
No, it's true. Like you have Techie's Centaur, it's a lot of damage. You have some Blood Grenade and Fatal Bonds or Upheaval, whatever you get on Warlock top lane. They are trying to go on this Centaur, but I don't think this is a kill ever.
Oh, really? It's a good level 2 attempt with the Lifestealer, but it feels like he's on the receiving end more than the Centaur is. And by the time they hit level 2 on the Talon side, well, they could just jump the Shadow Demon pretty much, so he has to be careful of his positioning. Again, like, okay, maybe not again, but maybe last game, the Shadow Demon had too many things to worry about, which put a lot of pressure on Ponlo. This Shadow Demon on Rogi, I feel like it's not that difficult of a game compared to last game. It's still a hard Shadow Demon game, but it's not as hard.
This mid lane is just super. Yeah, I completely agree. Shadow Demon should have a much easier game. This mid lane is fun to watch, by the way. Moon is really playing on the edge. Yeah. Same for Chuan. Like he's sending himself a bottle too. So bottle TA, bottle Lina.
Bottle it up.
Yeah, I mean, Lina should be dominating like this early on, unless you get side-bladed way too much. You should be able to win the early game versus the TA. TA becomes a problem later on. Bot lane.
Yeah. Pretty huge attack range difference. Ponlo goes down. Akashi getting the first blood for Talon. And the Alchemist is not the hero you want to give a first blood to.
You stole the words right off of my tongue. You don't want to give him the first blood. You also don't want to maybe... I think maybe one protection circlet? What's it called? Wait. Ring of protection. One ring of protection would have been good here, because you're playing into Alchemist with 0 armor, Tiny. It's a rough lane to be in.
A bit, you know, greeting it maybe a little bit here too, considering that acid spray. It's already reducing 3 armor at level 1. It's like a Blightstone. It's like a free Blightstone.
A lot of armor and some damage on top of that.
Yeah, Blightstone is actually -2 instead of -3, so it's even better.
Yep. Like 2 Blightstones on level 2.
Yeah.
Amazing.
If only you could stack Blightstones as a team. You know, like every player has an individual Blightstone debuff.
One player Blightstone, 1 Orb of Corrosion, 1 Medallion, 1 Solar Crest. Back in the day, at least.
Yeah.
Not the same anymore.
I do actually have some memories of those days when we were playing party ranked, and one guy already plans it out that you build Solar Crest and I'll build Medallion.
Yeah.
And just leave it there.
Can they go mid, by the way? Ponlo is thinking about it, but this tower, he kills the courier instead.
Oh, there's the boots. Yep. Yeah, value courier snipe.
Yeah, nicely done. He shows himself, but it doesn't really matter because the bottom lane is pushed super hard into FBZ anyway. So
Fun little detail, actually. Thing we haven't talked about at all for a very long time. Warding. There's 3 dire ops located in the mid area. You got that one where they just used to snipe the courier. The first ward that just expired. Moon is actually getting jumped despite all that vision that they have. And they break through the refraction to get Moon a kill off of the TA.
that was such an easy bait. I pinged out Tiny earlier. Is there a toss on Techies? Let's see. They're gonna scout the
stacks.
The stacks, exactly.
There's
Solina.
some stonks to be farmed here.
Exactly. Maybe there's a chance for Lina to go there, farm it up a bit. She is the strongest hero on the map to do that right now. That move from Techies on Lina basically activated Ponlo super hard. Like, he has to be so very happy about what happened.
Oh, definitely, yeah. He's got the boots and everything now. This guy's very fast. Chiwen gets hit by the stun. They are going in the river. Chiwen does get hit by another Dragon Slave. Moon picks up this haste rune. Raji coming up for the other side. And they don't have LSA just quite yet, but they will have it soon. However, jumping in is Jokum. Very clutch as well, because it doesn't allow that LSA stun at all. The porridge plays down on the ground, so he's just going to pop the haste rune. Ponlo. Baiting there a little bit there, waiting for Ponyo to move in. Low on HP. But they lose the techies.
Sacrificial Techies. What goes in, saves the TA, saves the day. Not too bad for him. What's happening on the sidelines, by the way? I haven't even moved from mid in 2-3 minutes, I feel like, since the rotation happened. Alchemist farming up some stacks, 1000 gold. What's the net worth status like? How far ahead? 300 gold away from Lifestealer, not too much. On top lane as well, Lifestealer doing well.
He's free farm. Centaur's
free
farm. Primal Beast is free farm. Oh, every side lane core is doing good.
Yeah. Raji.
He's being pressured here by the Centaur a little bit.
Yeah, kind of hard to zone the Lifestealer in this game. Like, you cannot. He should be able to just chill in this lane and farm for I don't know even how long. Like, who do you rotate? You know, like it's not like you have some Weaver that can go through the gate and gank him.
Yeah.
Akashi, is he about to? Oh, he gets
TP
caught
cancel.
even. Yeah.
And he has no ult. Got the stun available. He will keep FBZ at bay for a little bit longer, but the trample damage and the pulverize. He's got a Lotus though, and the Centaur's ulti will be used so he can get out of harm's way.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he's stopped. I thought he was going for the Wisdom Room, but then he just stops on the low ground and starts TPing. I guess he missed someone, thought that they're taking it instead. Yeah, he would have hurt them. Yeah, probably doubted it.
Press X for doubt. They're trying to do something to the Centaur. He is 50% at HP, and like you said, Eve, This Ponlo Tiny has been activated and enabled. Teleports! Not gonna be enough. Ponlo with the tree, or the sword, whatever you want to call it. Smacks the centaur down. And a good read as well, because that was... that is a centaur that does have Helm of Iron Will, double Ring of Protection, but he was at half HP. So that was a good call to just... Let's give it a try. Alchemist gonna get pulverized. Lina with Laguna Blade as well. Akashi dead this time.
Yeah, dead this time. Almost dead the other time. Yeah, but this time definitely dead. No Stampede to rescue him, save him. Nice rotation by Lina. You know, like seeing these lanes, how they're going and everything. I guess we have to wait for Chuan to come online on his TA. I don't see anything else, because your Alchemist is still farming the Radiance. He's gonna continue farming it. Your Centaur isn't this bully Centaur that's able to just zone out the enemy carry. I feel like that's the biggest issue. This Lifestealer needed to be banned. Anything else is easier to deal with.
It's a good pick for DreamLeague.
Ponyo.
Alchemist bottle has been opened, so it's Akashi just farming jungle camps with it. Ponyo now getting charged by FBZ. And that's a kill for the Primal. That's going to be his first of the game. 5-1 now for Among Us.
Yeah, they're definitely in control this time around. Nicely
I'm 100%
played.
sure, by the way, that Ponlo came up with this team name. It has to be.
Among Us?
Yeah, it has to be Ponlo.
Why him? Does he play it a lot, or?
It fits his character.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. I don't know his character very much, but I can imagine.
He's a goofy, funny, silly little lad.
Oh, I see.
We've sat
Well,
on,
his
we've
tiny
sat voice chat some Dota games, and he always has some funny throws.
So, I like that. We need more characters. I told you that before. Anything that shakes up the dull, normal, courteous 5v5.
Oh, those are some powerful words,
support.
Lizard.
Like what? Like which one?
The last one. Courteous.
Come on, bro. I
don't rarely hear. But I mean,
I read 2 books, and out of those 2 books, that's the word I learned.
You have become you've become Terry Crews from the Old Spice commercial, where he and he says, "I have made a powerful mistake."
I have become the master of words.
At least not the destroyer of worlds.
Well, I do that in my daily life, 24/7 with my Slavic accent. Anyways, Lifestealer still on top of the network charts, above Alchemist. You don't want to see this. If you're playing an Alchemist, you don't want to see this 11 minutes in. However, he still doesn't even have his Radiance, so it's fine. He's also not farming the triangle because TA is farming that, which is unfortunate a bit, but that's the state of their draft anyway. However, sooner than later, they will have to start rotating and pressuring this top lane, opening up the map. At least a tiny little bit. Because Alchemist will need some space. TA cannot be the only one taking these Ancients.
Yeah, you're right about that. Doctors hate this man. Kashi closing up on that Radiance. Only a couple hundred gold short. But the Centaur is not really living the dream life. DreamLeague just takes about 40% of his HP pool with a couple smacks. Clawing through the hooves of that Centaur.
Yeah, he even decided not to go for Veil, and I completely respect that. What's Veil doing in this game? For his teammates?
Not a lot.
Yeah, definitely not. Like, it helps out a little bit. Like, Techies benefits from it, I guess, but besides that, it's not a great item.
Yeah, this is more of a game where, since TA and Alchemist, they like to build some of the similar utility items, but like, you know, AC type stuff. You have a good team for Aghanim's buffs that Akashi can get, giving that extra bit of scalability for the team. Some pretty nice axe buffs definitely in this team.
The workhorse.
The workhorse TA.
Let's
can
go.
Use meld while on a cart. They don't even see you coming. It's like a stealth bomber.
Oh man, workhorse, what a meme.
But workhorse with TA could actually be spicy. You're just because you can pop it by just running around with a cart, right? But then suddenly a TA appears and just get hit by a melt strike. Meanwhile, there's also a centaur showing up out of nowhere. Raji instantly uses the disruption. Ponlo gets blown up. Moon with the DD rune. Oh, what a charge from FBZ from the side, bringing the Infest Bomb as well. Actually, no, this is the real Infest Bomb. He is inside. There we go. Chewin goes down. Jokum will melt as well. Moon does die, though, and Akashi's going for the turnaround. WS still fighting, going for the Lifestealer. Dreamer Cell down. FBC about to drop as well. Goes for the charge in. Buys some time for Raji to escape. Another disruption coming out, but the Radiance. Burn, baby, burn! As this Primal Beast, a dinosaur getting hit by the meteor, burns away. An ultra kill for Akashi.
Yo, Ponlo, don't show yourself. This could be a rampage if you do. Oh, what a disaster for Dire. When you're kinda in a good position post-laning stage and then this happens, it has to hurt your soul. Disaster. Nicely done by Akashi. Once again, this guy always knows when to join the fight, and this was perfect. Immaculate from him. Gets the Radiance, joins the fight instantly. What a great timing for Radiance as well. It kind of all coincided with the blink of Centaur, so you had these two jumping in together. More or less, I mean, not necessarily exactly together, but Alchemist was there and now he has a blink to jump in as well.
The only issue I really had with that fight was basically Among Us and the Infest, basically. He got the Infest out so late, and it was inside FBZ when everybody was running away. So they didn't actually get like a full impact out of that. No huge damage. And by the time he jumps out, Akashi turns around and just pops a stun and starts chasing them. And then you've got the Centaur who was bullying the backline, who actually killed the Lina. That was a DD Lina, by the way. So there was a lot of things that seemed to just go wrong in a very short time span. Now they're hunting. Centaur has this capability to catch Moon again. They see where they are, but they're a bit too deep. Shield rune for TA.
Shield on shield.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Let's see, Ponlo. What this team needs, Among Us, they need Tiny to get his Blink Dagger as soon as possible. He needs a wave or two. Not a lot of gold, 250 left. If he can get that, he can finish that.
That's a lot of place down in the mid area. A lot of information for TA. Moon is there, and actually Moon hits one of the traps. That sentry placed down. So otherwise, TA might have actually gone to farm that wave.
Yep.
Top tower is falling.
This is big for both teams. Obviously, Talon feeling much better after that last team fight, but they do have a dagger on Tiny now. It's flying out. This kind of changes the way you can play the game. Suddenly you have another hero able to go in. Also, this Lina finished off Gleipnir and got a Grove Bow tier 2, so like...
Grove Bow is so good here.
Yep, she got some big power spikes too, and TA is about to show herself. Like, this could be... Unless they go top, then it's not as great. Let's see, TA.
The wards are placed down. Quick reaction, blink out, pops the shield too. It's an extra, almost 900 HP for a TA. That's a lot of HP.
Alchemist is not here. That's the only bad thing for Radiant.
And FBZ just walks into the trap. Ponlo trying to help out from the back line. Quick charge out from the porridge. The debuff is still running, and a toss safe from not going in anymore. And talking about Ponlo, actually. Sorry to interrupt there, but he had a good start to the game. Basically, you could put it that way, and then just fell into a void, which kind of hurts, you know. He was off to a great start. You would have thought that
Well, here we go, Centaur.
Oh, toss the creep, but does it matter really? Does the Stampede make the difference? Yes, it does. If only they got the toss on the hero, but what can you do? Jokum has to sacrifice his life, but Centaur gets out.
No, look.
Onlo is still going back in, and Centaur gets a blink out in front of him.
Mid lane?
Meanwhile, another fight broke loose. A buyback coming in from the SD. They want to catch Chuan. Akashi blinking in for the stun on FBZ. Primal Beast caught off guard. BKB popped, survives.
Oh, lives.
Moon going in for the LSA, gets a hit on two, but Chuan coming in from the side, just so close to cleaning out the Lina. Now Lina turns around on Chuan. Chuan goes down. Moon gets a bit of payback. Dreamo Cell going towards Akashi. Big Alchemist target running away. And this Lifestealer, he's fearing it for the time being. But Tiny
Ponlo,
goes in,
not
Ponlo
like
goes
this.
in, but he misses completely. And he will die.
Ponlo, why? Akashi goes in, no ulti anymore though. He needs to be careful.
Trying to
FBZ will
bait some
jump in.
abilities here. Just a bit short with the jump there on Techies. Jokum dies as well. FPZ gets a kill too. Oh,
Such a
two
messy-
small mistakes from both Ponlo and from Jokum. Like, Ponlo goes in thinking he can catch someone. There's no one there. He dies. But at the same time, he baits them in. Jokum with the jump almost hits 4 heroes. He only hits, I think, 2. And then he dies because he's too deep.
Yeah, I feel like, look, Tiny's mistake was, how did you call them? The the error, unforced error. That error was unforced. He did a play that had very low percentage of probability of success, basically, because he needed what Akashi did was so smart. He put the acid spray behind him, so Tiny can't continue chasing. He needs to jump over the acid and then maybe try. And once you see that acid, you should know that you cannot catch anyone. However, what Jokum did on the other side is he tried to prevent them from going on Alchemist and Centaur. So to buy these two some time, he did what he could. You know, it was still a good. It was still a good blast off. It didn't connect on everyone, but the idea behind it, it was forced, more or less. You know what I mean? Like he could have just stayed there, did nothing, but then one of his cores certainly dies. In any case, both of these players doing what they could in those circumstances.
Yeah, Chuan was a bit unlucky there as well, because that was it was a close call to kill the Lina. Then Lina gets the Lifestealer to save his life, and they turn around, kill the TA. The only target that they failed to kill was Akashi's Alchemist, but he was very mobile with his movement, and they're going to go in. 2-man stun, beautiful connection. They drop the golem right on top of Ponlo, right on top of FBZ. He charges out, but it's not going to do any good for him. He is dead, and that opens up the tier 1 tower.
That would be crazy if he lived again. And what changes this team fight? Why is this team fight so much better than the last one? It's Warlock, right? Like this time, he actually had Chaotic Offering. I'm not even sure it was super necessary, but better safe than sorry. And now with a quarter of that DD, they can go in, finish off Rush.
Chaotic Offering sounds like such a weird ability name. You know, like it's an offering, but if something's, you know, been, something's gone wrong.
I see what you mean. Like he tried to make an offering to the devil, but messed up, and
Yeah,
now
he just shows
has
up drunk or something.
Yeah, now he has this big rock, mindless, running around hitting everything. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Drank a little bit too much of that wine before.
My cup runneth over.
I have to commend one guy so far. Rogi on this Shadow Demon has been making some. Well, he had a couple of missteps, like everyone does, but had some very crucial saves so far in the game.
Yeah, he sure has. He's been fast with his fingers. Scurf, wrong lore.
What's he saying? I can't hear him.
He's just applying wrong lore here. But I do commend the effort, because it is an interesting storyline. Ponlo
Is it
down.
wrong lore? Because there's Nyx as well in that lore, so we have Yeah, it's all kind of interconnected, right? Like we all steal from each
intertwined
other.
in a way.
Yeah. Aghanim's completed on the Lifestealer. What does the Lina buy next? She's got the BKB almost. 700 more and the recipe will be completed.
Yeah, we can go on. We can go on about all the heroes that are here, like the Medusas and everything. There's definitely a lot of like Greek mythology in here. We barely have any Viking mythology. We have a bloody Swede called Sven in this game. I don't know what the hell he's doing here.
Excuse me, sir. You have an item that's straight out of Viking mythology.
Yes, that too. Oh, what a golem stun combo!
Oof.
Good night Among Us. That was just pure sex, basically, from Talon. Beautiful jump in. You got the Centaur landing on everybody, and then the Golem to follow up on that, and it was just a good night call.
I love that you called it good sex. That's perfect. Yeah, it was just one of those. Everything was pleasant, you know. They jump in, they completely delete the heroes. That's it. By the way, do you know the goddess of winter and skiing?
The Nord goddess.
I mean, your Norse, your goddess.
Yeah. Norse goddess.
Yeah, Norse.
Of skiing. I don't. What's in your mind? As Ponlo goes for the toss, and another two-man stun onto the Lina, forces out the BKB. FBC doesn't have it. Moon's about to die, but Moon barely gets out. Akashi though, heavy hits coming in. For dropping that Primal Beast load, chewing from a range with the Hurricane Pike. A lot of damage. There's a loaded up concoction though. Does he get to land it on anybody? Chewing giving the vision. Doesn't get it. There we go, Ponlo with the Avalanche. Streamosel thinking about going back in. Moon with 300 HP. There's no Centaur to help out this Alchemist. And now you've got a Life Stealer inside of you. Are they just hiding him away? Okay, he will actually die. Ooh, that's a big
Disappeared. Very nice.
Aegis.
Fought. They can kill her again. There's no stuns at the moment, but eventually
He's going for the target that he probably could kill. But again, Raji puts him in a bubble, puts him in a safe place, in a happy place. Ponlo lives.
Yeah, nicely defended, nicely played, nicely fought. By Among Us this time around, I feel like Talon, they were a little bit they went a bit too soon, you know. You can wait some spells, you can wait for your chaotic offering. It was so beautiful just a few moments ago. Why do you go and you throw it that way?
Yeah,
why
you?
Yeah, why do you do it? I do feel that they can lose this game, even though they look like the stronger team. The scalability of Lina is just too good, I feel like. Alchemist and TA, I don't think that Alchemist and TA is super late game win versus these two. By the way, the Norse goddess, she's Skadi.
Oh yeah, Scotty. Yeah.
So
Skade is the name I'm more familiar with, but yeah, Scotty, true.
Yeah.
Skade was also a popular name back in the old days. Not in Finland, but according to history, a lot of people were called Skade.
Interesting.
It's a woman's name.
Yeah.
But I don't know if we actually have anything resembling to Scotty these days anymore. Like, only.
She's forgotten? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, names have changed a lot.
There's some cool story about Skadi, but hold that thought.
Akashi found BKB Pulverize does go through and grabs him on the spot, but the Golem save, it's a defensive one. Akashi turning around with the concoction frozen onto FBZ. Ponyo, risky position to be in. Ponlo's considering going in right now. He still could, but his blink's on cooldown with the acid spray. It's still burning and ticking, and he's actually stuck in the trees, and he's actually gonna die. Oh, Raji!
For now.
Buys a bit of time. He blinks out! Raji again with the saves. That's the second time in a row he saved Ponlo, and numerous times already this game has he saved someone with the bubble. Pixel perfect almost.
Yeah, they are running out of steam a little bit on Radiant, and you know what? I don't like what Alchemist is buying next as well. Akashi is going for Orchid. Like, okay, Orchid Bloodthorn, you know, sounds fun. Sounds good if you're buying it early before they have any saving mechanisms against it. I feel like, I know it's not a fan favorite, but Basher over it I would have liked more, because it goes through Rage, and this Lifestealer has actually a BKB queued up.
Yeah, yeah.
So that Orchid, once you get it, he's gonna have the BKB or gonna be close to it.
It's just one of those Lifestealer games where he's opted to go for the BKB. We had this discussion before. Don't feel super comfortable building it, but in a game like this, it could definitely make the dream work. The dream happen, the teamwork, the dream work.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
My English is borked, but it's okay.
No, it's fine. Don't worry. I
Among
understand
Us,
you
though.
better this way.
Is under attack.
Thank you. We're in the hive mind. We're all good here. There is sieging high ground. A bit of damage onto the tier 3. 50 seconds for Chaotic Offering to be up again. Not forcing this high ground push here. Get a bit of poke. Force them back in the base. Now they can just run towards the top lane or the triangle. Actually suspecting Talon is holding the high ground position here because they're taking it so calmly. They're coming from the side. Straight through the side. Cell trying to grab him, but the Stampede and Akashi's going to stun himself.
Radiant are scanning.
Round 2. Now you have it, yeah. Just... Well, let's see if this this follow-up smoke potentially could lead into something. You've got the entire bunch coming right behind. Talon gotta be careful. FBZ leading the charge. Dreamless's right next to him as well. Akashi will pop the smokes. They've got Lifestealer raged up already, but he still has the BKB. The FBZ jumping onto Ponyo. They've got Akashi held on the spot. He can't really move anywhere. He's disarmed. And there we go to the Pulverize. The Golem will interrupt them, and Ponyo, he'll just have to sacrifice himself. Does Talon still have fight left in them? Akashi loading up that stun. Goes onto FBZ. They gotta get this Primal Beast out of the way. Ponlo, 4-man with the Avalanche. Another stun. The jump from Jokum. FBZ low on HP, but they will take down WS first. And now Cell, he's down to 700 HP. Akashi wants to take him down. Raji's got all of his spells on cooldown. Cell, armlet toggles. Moon will clean them out with the triple. And Chewin also found in the tree line. Among Us. They've just removed all of the imposters out of this shuttle, out of this game. It's a full-on team wipe.
Full team wipe straight into the pit. Wait, where's the Lifestealer? Why is he in a creep? Go hit rush, bro! What's happening here? He's the true imposter. You see, he's trying to slow them down.
He's got something on his mind. He's cooking something here.
I guess he's pushing so they can go high ground the moment they finish off. But still, though, it's... I don't know. He could have... Wouldn't it be faster to do it with the team and then go together? But okay. He's here now. He's gonna be pushing. He's gonna wait for them to show up. Never mind. They went back. So... yeah. He's just there.
That armlet toggle during the Alchemist pummeling him was like... that only thing the Alchemist was hoping would not happen. To actually still have a bit of a fighting chance, because... I mean, he still probably dies on the Alch, but at least you would have taken somebody with you.
Do you think that Orchid into Bloodthorn is more about the Radiance and the mischance than anything else? I guess that could be the fact. Yeah, Tiny, he might jump in on Akashi here. Akashi, I don't know if he can live through this.
Most likely not. He's gone. He's gone just like that. And now they stampede as well. Talon They're in a bit of panic. Among Us running them over, forcing them back into the base. FBZ goes for a bit of a drive-by, catches Jokum. And Jokum is the next casualty. Another one for Moon. 10, 1, and 10 on this Lina. Just one singular death. I think that was also in the laning stage or something.
Yeah, this game is just looking easier and easier for them. Straight onto the high ground. I'm not sure how they defend any longer. They can try and split. This is what TA is doing, but you only have a tier 2 top, so these are two sides. If you don't try to defend at least a little bit, these are two sides. 30 seconds, no Alchemist, more than enough time for them to... Or maybe toss someone, you know? You can't even come close to defend because Ponlo is lurking. Let's see. FBZ is already down bottom.
Nice jump from Ponlo. Does get the toss. He's got WS. Centaur's got to be taken down next if he can't get out with that Ogre Seal Totem. Not going to do any good. Dreamocell leading the charge. Jokum doesn't hit anything there with that blast off. Dreamocell trying to get out of there. He does get the infest from FBZ. They're moving out for the time being. They did force out the buyback and now looking for the damage. Is it enough? They've got one. That's Raji. That's the annoying Shadow Demon. They actually broke the Primal Beast charge there with looked like a Hurricane Pike or a Force Staff, but still, they're stuck in porridge. They're all stuck in porridge. They're just standing and sitting there, just watching on the sidelines. And they're
stuck. Lifestealer.
It's like quicksand. Can they get him this time? Yes, they can. And also onto FBZ, this raid boss. Can they finally fell the beast? Akashi on the chase. Moon's dropping low as well. They finally take him down, and they also get the Aegis. Now they just need to kill her a second time, and Lina, should not be able to get anywhere. No, sir. Talon strikes back.
Yeah, Talon definitely struck back. Like, they got how much gold out of that fight? I can't believe they managed to hold, by the way. 3.6k gold. Not a huge swing, but it is something. How many buybacks did they use? They used the buyback only on Centaur. I mean, only one side and only one Centaur. I really thought the game was as good as over in that situation, but they managed to hold. They just need to find a way to initiate on the Lina somehow, or any of the backliners. You know, Shadow Demon or Lina, they need to fall first. There's just too many saves that are happening. You have Infest, you have BKBs, you have Shadow Demon disruptions. And while you're trying to kill someone off, Lina is hitting you. Like,
yeah, and most importantly as well, this Lifestealer is a bit of a counter to the Alchemist, because when you have that Aghanim's, you're just infesting him, he gets disarmed. So Lina can really do all the damage during that time, and Alk is just out of the fight. Technically, the Lifestealer is too, but I feel like this Alchemist is the big threat that needs to be under check.
yeah, I agree. Like, I feel that they have everything that they need, just by the amount of these saves that they've got. They just have to make sure that Shadow Demon and Lina aren't blown up instantly. And then whoever lives, it doesn't matter, like TA or Alchemist, you're gonna be able to slowly wear them down, because once their BKBs are off, they're much easier to kill off. You saw how fast Alchemist dies, per se, on mid lane, once they jumped him. I'm not seeing anything massive that changes the state of the game, even though they defended. There's some Vlads, there's Shiva's Halberd on Centaur. Something that can prevent this Lina and Lifestealer from hitting, but not a whole lot.
I just want to see attack speed on Chuan, really. It's the only thing that I really want is this TA just pumping big hits, because Lina's already attacking fast, the Lifestealer's attacking fast, the Alk is attacking fast, the TA is attacking slow.
Well, she does get Solar Crest from Ponyo, right? So that helps a little bit, but overall she is attacking really slow. This is not great for Radiant. They're already here. Talon needs to defend.
Moon. Get rid of that tier 3 tower. Couple misses there. There we go.
Gotta be careful. No stun now.
Kashi stunned himself for a second. 6 seconds for another.
I feel like these kind of fights benefit Among Us a bit. These fights that you know where they are, they know where you are, and you start the fight like that. Oof, Lifestealer actually showing himself could be huge for Radiant. They should run out immediately. If they could get a pick off here.
They're trying to protect the DD rune as well. They might have to take it away. Lina is the one to pick it up. Alchemist running down the lane.
Now this is smart what he's doing. This is where you would expect them to be, but unfortunately they already went for the rune instead.
Yep.
And now you have to go back. If you stay here, it could be difficult to defend this high ground.
Yeah, this spells disaster as well. Moon is on the other side, but does have that DD in the bottle. Mine's already placed down. Ward's placed down there as well.
Oh, they knew where he was, but
and Warlock's in a pretty awkward position. He's the guy in the front. At least now he's moving
good ward
towards
though.
the back.
They have vision. Let's see. TA.
There we go. They go
first.
straight to Chewin. Chewin gonna get jumped on. The Hurricane Pike's gonna be there. Jokum jumping onto the back line, onto the Lifestealer. Golem's gonna be dropped down as well. But the DD popped by the Lina. FBC will take the grab onto Chewin. Chewin very close to dying, but DreamLeague, they turn the attention towards the Lifestealer.
Ooh,
Big
he's gone.
Coming in as well, but the Infest is gonna be blowing up, but they turn it around. Of course they do. They got the damage, the sufficiency. Jokum's trying his hardest. They will take down the Lina, but they are so limited right now. They're forcing out buybacks. Chewin coming back. Akashi coming back. Now they need to clean house. Ponlo yuling up, blinking away, forcing Chewin into the avalanche, juking inside the trees. Everybody else should be able to get out now, and Ponlo might even get out himself as well. He's got a Force Staff and the Blink in 3, and they can't find him. FBC, though, has a Lifestealer inside. Warlock showing himself in the lane. Is this a bait? Is this a pure bait? Akashi is going to be waiting for it. The Warlock going to get grabbed. Break through the pulverized. Lina coming with a buyback right there. Akashi, ult in 6 seconds. Ponlo low. Ponlo taken down. Gleipnir onto 2. The BKB forced by Akashi. They got Jokum on the run. DreamLeague going for the chase. FBC trying to blink in and get the charge to connect onto the Alchemist, but he's going to be blinking away. Lina will now clean out Ponyo as everybody else has moved away. And Chewin and Akashi, they both bought back, but they're both able to disengage.
Do they know where TA is? They do not. Okay, so TA in 8 seconds should be able to TP back. He's gonna have a small crit after that whole fight. Look, it looks like Among Us are in a much better position, and they are in a better position, but they did use that Moon buyback, which gives Talon an opportunity. Opportunity in all this mess that just...
We talked about the Moon buybacks. Those are the ones, especially in game number 2, that actually cost them that series in the end versus Blacklist International. Caudle buyback and Caudle getting caught all by himself in the lane. He doesn't want to repeat that mistake again. But this time their team is also in a much better position, so I don't think we're going to see something like that happen again.
Yeah, they fall back a little bit. When is Rosh? Rosh will respawn in 5 seconds. You can force a fight around the pit instead. Ward it up. No need, absolutely no need to pressure high ground. You also kill Rosh so fast that Talon, they need to move straight away. And it looks like they will do exactly that. Smokes are coming. Are they coming? They are coming. Okay. This is that one last fight, I believe, of the game, which will... Oh, one last fight if Among Us wins, that's it, because no buybacks.
Yeah, it's just Jokum who can rejoin through the outpost.
MKB, Daedalus. MKB on one, Daedalus on the other. These cores are hitting super hard.
The smoke's about to run out on Talon. Either you make the move or you
what?
don't.
What's Warlock doing? Grabbing a bit. Is okay, sir. Level 20. Summons the golem on death. Not bad.
Yep. Okay. Any small thing is needed right now. A lot of Lotuses here. Probably not going to do a lot of good, but Techies is going to pick them up anyway.
The problem is, Among Us are super fine with this state, because top lane is pushing in. They know where everyone else is. They even see the TA. They can deduct where everyone else is.
Oh, they found one.
got scouted. Yeah. Rush is up. They go into the pit. You know what? Your throne is being attacked. Your towers are falling. If you want to fight us, you can. Nice smoke.
Yeah, the clock is ticking. Dire scan right on top of the Lotus pool. They want to fight it. FBC scouting in the front. Pops the Shivas. Sees 3, and the blinks are cancelled because of it to Jokum. He's the one with the buyback. He's got an instant return. Warlock also has his own. The golems are destroyed.
They did
Round
get the tiny.
2.
Warlock does
They're
have
waiting.
ulti
They're waiting for the Warlock, and they forced his TP cancel.
Radiant's middle tower is under
They have to
attack.
run.
Creeps are still coming back in. Jokum, Ponyo.
They-
It's a long run to the Roche pit, but Roche has already been taken.
They gave up. By giving up on this rush, I really think that okay, you're not giving up on the game, but it will be very difficult to defend. You do have the
Steep hill.
Daedalus now on TA and almost level 25, so you're getting something out of this, but whatever you're getting is not worth it. They have a shard as well, refresher shard.
By the way, Lina has a nice number of HP. Just a small
Yeah,
funny
very
detail.
clean. Very clean. 3-3-3-3. I like it. She also has Satanic, by the way. In backpack, though.
Yeah, it was the Satanic. I was looking at that and was like, hey, that's a nice number. Pleasing. For anybody
she
out there
puts
with
in-
OCD.
Once she puts the Satanic in, it doubles the HP.
Yeah, your effective HP is very high on this Lina.
They want to fight. I like this from Talon. This is... I really think this is how you should play the game. Try and backstab
fear.
them now. Yeah, no point waiting in the base. You're not gonna do much.
Got the stun. Alright, this is the go sign.
They
FTC is
see
right behind
Ponlo.
the corner.
There's
Oh,
no
the
buyback.
Alk actually stuns himself, but they go in Ponlo. Ponlo bubbled again, Raji! Just in time, at the right place, at the right time. They are forcing the Centaur on the run. He's broken and chased by FBZ. They get the Ogre Seal Totem to put them on the high ground, and now the Life Stealer stuck there for a second. Akashi still hasn't popped his ult. Gets the concoction off this time. Stuns onto 2. Chiwin gets a couple hits in, but FBZ is a very,
Doesn't
very
care.
tanky Primal Beast.
Yeah, he literally doesn't care. What sad self-stun by Alchems there. They could have killed Ponlo, and that would make it effectively 4 versus 5. He doesn't have buyback. So it would have been easier to play. Now, I'm not sure how they hold this.
FBZ's going to charge in all the way to the back. Give some protection for them to take the Mega Creeps as the final racks fall. Slowly but surely, it is looking like the beginning of the end. Akashi is still at the back lines with the ninja gear. But so many things need to go right. 30 seconds for the Centaur to come back in.
they're
Sideblade
not
spill
gonna
doing
wait.
some damage here. You've got Lina connected already by Jokum. Mines are exploding. Akashi takes the fight to FBZ's Primal Beast, but he's only tickling him at this point. The tier 4s are almost completely gone. Techies is being pummeled by the Life Stealer. FBZ down to half HP. Lina pops the Satanic. She's back to full HP. Ancient is exposed. Couple more hits there. Disarm does come out from the taser. Chiwin does get the melt strike out. Jokum jumping in with the BKB, and the Techies is down. It's down to 3 heroes. Centaur is back up. The Stampede is there, but can they do anything with it? Ancient is already down to 50% HP. The Lina is going to be there in the fight. Akashi is going to be dropping, and the Alchemist gone. That surely is looking like game now, as they are running out of defenders inside their base. They turn around with the Golem, try to do as much as they can, but Life Stealer's back to full HP. Also has a Satanic. That's the GG call. We are going to a game 3 between Talon and Among Us.
Finally, Among Us strike back. Finally, they find the imposter, or whatever you want to call it. They find the right way to